Alright, do you guys remember we made this yesterday? So we made on our solve poster, we made our data chart, we learned about that, and then we learned the different categories that we had for the data. And so we used, do you know what this is, Val? Yeah, a chocolate candy bar. This is a peanut butter bar. Peanut butter candy bar. Omar, do you know what this one is? Ooh. Do you know that? Do you eat that? Ooh, licorice. And what's that one? You know that one. A lollipop. Good job. So we have these 4 candies that we're going to use. Remember the facts from our story that we had about making a graph using these candies, okay? And so the facts, we knew how many we had of each of these, okay? So I'm going to read it to you again, and we're going to look at how many we had of each. So yesterday when I read the story, it said there was 5 chocolate candy bars. Can you write 5 right here underneath chocolate? So write the number 5 right there. Good. Our story yesterday said we had 8 peanut butter candy bars. Can you write 8 underneath there? 8. Nice job. And then I'm going to write licorice. We had 4 pieces of licorice. So I'm going to write 4 right here. And then they tried to trick us. They have 0 lollipops. 0 lollipops. So are we going to put any lollipops on our graph? What do you think, Val? If there's 0, are we going to put any lollipops on our graph? Nope, we're not going to. So the next one we talked about was the action. What can I do to solve this? How am I going to solve this and figure out how many pieces of candy we see on our graph? We talked about these action words. Do you guys remember these? Shout them out if you know them. What does this one say? Choose or choice. Good. Omar. Choose. What does this one say, Omar? Nice and loud so I can hear you. Louder. Count. Can you say it louder?
Count.
Count. Very good. And this one is make a, what does that say? Make a graph. Very good. Make a graph. Those are the actions we're going to take, and we're going to do it on the smartboard today. Okay? So yesterday we did this on the work mat. Today we're going to just practice and review it on the smartboard. So we have to estimate or predict. So we can make a tally data chart. We can use the tally marks, or we can make a graph. These are ways that we can try it out and see and just estimate, okay? So let's pick. How do you think we should do this on our graph? We could do colors. We could make colors while we do it and use colors to build up our tower on the graph. We could use X marks. That was another way we learned. Danny, we could make X's on our graph, right? Or, because we have the smartboard, this is a really cool way we can do it. We can slide over the actual piece of candy. Do you guys want to do that?
Yeah.
You want to do that, Danny? Okay.
Yeah.
So you missed this, but here, I'll catch you up. We have 5 pieces of
Ball.
chocolate, 8 candy bars, peanut candy bars, and 4, do you know what these are? Have you had licorice before?
No.
There's 4 pieces of licorice, and how many lollipops? 0. So are we going to put any lollipops on our graph?
Yeah.
Nope. Okay. Do you want to choose a piece of candy?
Yeah.
And then you can build that on our graph. Which one do you want to choose? The chocolate. Okay. Danny's going to put chocolate candy bars on our graph. And how many are you going to put?
2.
How many does our data show?
5.
5. Very good. Let's
4.
see. 5 chocolate candy bars.
2.
Good.
3. 4. 5.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Good. Do we need any more? Nope. Because we've got
5.
5. All right. Pick a friend.
Oh, Valerie.
Valerie, come on up. Do you want to choose a category? A piece of candy?
Yeah.
Which one do you want to do? The peanut butter candy bars. Ooh, there's a lot of these. How many?
8.
8. So let's see, how do you build or make your graph?
Good.
Good job, Val. Nice job. Have a seat. You can see that she put 8 pieces of peanut butter candy bars, and if we go over, we know that that's correct because it's over at number 8 on our graph, and she put them in the right column for the peanut butter candy bars. All right, we have one more we need to do because the lollipops had 0, and we all remember we don't put any on the graph, right? This one will be empty because there's no lollipops. So the last one we have to do is the licorice. Omar, do you want to come up and do the licorice? Make the graph with the licorice? Come on up, bud. Thank you. And how many licorice are we going to put on our graph? 4. Very good. Go ahead. Show me. One. 2. Keep them in the boxes. 3. Now let's make sure we count. They're a little bit bigger. I can make them smaller. We're going to move them down so they fit in the boxes. Now we need how many? 4. Do you have 4 yet? Do you have 4 yet? Nope. Show me 4. Good. So now we can look at our graph and read the data. Omar, can you tell me which candy has the most? Has more? Do you think the chocolate has more or the peanut butter candy bar has more? Yeah, that one has more. We talked about that in another lesson, more and less, right? All right, so we did our estimating and predicting. We used our tools. Omar, you can have a seat. We used our tools to make our graph, and we actually, instead of using X's or coloring on the bar graph, we did it using the actual picture of a candy. And then our solution, we figured out the data, and we completed our graph. We made a graph. Good job, guys. Should we try it another way? Should we do a different problem and try it a different way? All right, let's all move over to the table. All right, so now that we reviewed, let's try another example, and we're gonna figure it out in 3 different ways. I'm gonna show you 3 different ways we can go about doing this, or making a graph. Remember we have up here our action words, choose, Omar, choose, count, and make graph, okay? So today, we're gonna do those actions, choose, count, and make a graph. And I have them here if you need help, okay? So you can look at these cards too, and we're gonna use our data that I give you. Data, can you read that, Danny?
Ooh, I like that.
Data, you like data? Data, can you say it nice and loud, Omar? Data, good. Nice job, Val. And what are we gonna make? A graph. Omar, what are we gonna make? Louder. Graph, very good. Val? A graph. Who's ready to make a graph today? All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at our data, okay? I'm gonna say that we have this many circle cookies. Can you guys tell me how many
2.
circles? 2. I'm gonna tell you that we have this many moon cookies. This is like vanilla frosting. Do you guys like that? Yum. How many moon cookies, Omar? 4. Now there's a lot of these. These are star cookies. Can you guys help me count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we know from our math line that we can count up to 6 too. Who wants to try this? You want to try it, Val? Can you show me how you count to 6? Like we have 6 star cookies. Good. 6 star cookies. Does anybody else want to try? You want to try? Omar, okay, let's count. Do you want to do the star cookies, the circle, or the moon? Moon, and how many? 4. Can you show me 4 on the math line? Good job. All right, we did the stars, we did the moons. This is the easy one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You ready?
Yeah.
How many circle cookies are we gonna do? Can you show me 2 circle cookies?
1.
Oh, starts on here. 2 cookies. We're gonna count this way, Danny. 1,
2.
2. Uh-oh, are there 3? No, there's just 2. So if we stop there, we can see the number 2. See that, how we counted to 2? We're gonna stop there because there's only 2 circle cookies, right? So that's just another way we can help ourselves count, okay? So now we're gonna make our graph. The first way we're going to build or make our graph is going to be using the actual cookies, okay? This is going to be called an object graph. So Val, how do we make a graph? Do you remember from our smart board how we make a graph? What do we need to do on the sides and the bottom of our graph? Do you remember? Let's see if you know how to make a graph. Good, so she's gonna write the numbers along the side. Good. And now we have, what goes along the bottom? The cookies, the different categories of cookies. So Miss Sindell's gonna help you tape down the cookies, and we're just gonna put them right along the bottom here. You can put them in any order that you want. Nice job. Good, I like how you put them next to each other for each of these categories, okay? So we're gonna build our tower here with moon cookies, how many circle cookies, and how many star cookies. And you know what, our graph only goes up to 5, and I said there was 6, so I'll take one away, because otherwise we would be off the charts, right? All right, so let's do, instead we'll do 5 star cookies, 2 circle cookies, and 4 moons. Can you show me how you build or make your graph? Good. She makes sure to put them in each box. Nice job. You're fast at this. Nice. All right. Did Val do a good job? Look at that. She made a graph. So this is called an object graph because we use the actual objects. Good job, Val. Nice making a graph. All right, you ready? Omar, this is the second way we can make a graph. Instead of using the objects, we can use, what are these? Are they objects or pictures? Pictures. So Omar's going to show us how to make a pictograph. That's what that's called, is a pictograph. It's kind of a fun word. So do you know how to make a graph? All right, just like Val did, what are you going to do to label your graph? Maybe a whiteboard. Just, yeah, like a plain one from over there. Nice job. All right, and then what's going to go along the bottom of your graph? What are we using today? We're counting pizza or cookies? Cookies. All right, where do the cookies go? Thank you.
Something like that. That's it. Oh, where is it? See? There's...
Good job. All right, along the bottom, can Miss Sindel help you tape on? Where do you want to put the moon, the star, and the circle? Go ahead, Omar. Show Miss Sindel. Put it on the back.
Okay. I'll do tallies.
Yeah, tally marks. You're gonna be next, okay?
What?
We're gonna watch Omar finish making his pictograph, and then you get to make yours, okay, Danny?
What the tallies?
Yep, tally marks. You're next. Nice job, Omar. Yeah.
Sorry.
Perfect. Nice and center and organized. Good work, Omar. All right, so Val made her object graph. Can you use the pictures to make a pictograph? We'll try it without tape, see if we can just put them on. You can make your graph. All right, you remember how many moons, how many circles, and how many stars. Good. Go ahead, start with whichever one you want.
Tallies.
Okay, 5-star cookies. What are you gonna choose next? Are you gonna choose the circle or the moon cookies? Moon cookies, all right. Let's see how many. All right, what's the last one? Circle cookies, good. And how many circle cookies did we have? 2, very good. All right, so we had Val do the object graph. We had Omar do the pictograph because he used pictures. Now, Danny, you're gonna use tally marks. This is our data chart with tally marks. Do you know how many tally marks are here?
2.
2. Was he right? He had 2 circle cookies. So 2 tally marks. You can use this to help make your graph, okay? So let's do, instead of pictures, if I were to replace this, I could use X's. Remember how we make a graph using X's?
Yeah.
All right, and you're gonna build or make your graph with this. So you can look at this graph, or you can look at your data chart to make your own graph. Right? I know, you're ready to go, aren't you? Can you label your graph first?
Oh yeah.
Let's make it. We have to label it. You wanna start from the bottom and we'll go up. We always build our tower up. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then what goes along the bottom?
Cookies.
Cookies. Good job.
Uh,
I think they got tape on them ready to go so you can put them where they belong on the graph. Now let's remember, we always start over here, closest to the side with the numbers. Let's start here in this column. Let's put your first cookie here that you choose. Lift it up.
yeah.
Let's start here. We'll do the first one there, and then right next to it is which one do you want to do next? Hey, let's go in order of the actual data chart.
Yeah.
And that'll help us. So the circle cookie is first, and then the moon cookie is next, and what's the last one?
This house.
The star cookie. Then this will help us keep them in order so it's the same on our graph.
Yeah.
All right, now what were we gonna make again? Were we gonna use objects? Were we gonna use pictures? Or are we gonna make X's?
Axes.
X's, all right. How many circle cookies do we have?
I don't know.
You know? 2, right? Good, and you made 2 X's. What's the next one?
Oh yeah.
The moon. How many X's? Let's see. Let's count tally marks.
1, 2, 4.
Do you have 4 X's on your graph?
Yeah.
Good, so they match. Let's do the last one, stars. Did you read how many tally marks we had?
5.
Yeah, you know that's 5. So how many X's are you gonna do?
5.
5. 1, 2, 3. Here, let's try this one again. I want to make sure it goes in the square. Okay, we have 3. Good. 4, 5. Nice job, Danny. Can you put the cat back on the marker? So we tried a bunch of different ways that we can make a graph. We have an object graph, a pictograph, and a regular graph, a bar graph. Good job, guys. Was that fun?
Woohoo!
Was it easy?
Let's go again.
Yeah, you want to do it again?
Nah.
Not. Well, we're going to do one anyway, okay? We have one more activity that I want you to do, okay? And it's the worksheet. And you want to put your foot down now? Write your name on the top, Omar.
What the penis? Ants. Penis.
You wrote your name, Danny? Good job. All right, it says count tallies for each item. Mark X's on the graph. So this time it's a little different. We have still the swirl circle cookies. Oh, this one is a pink cookie. Who likes those kind of cookies?
No.
Val, I bet you do. And a fudge cookie. So this one would have different kinds of cookies. Danny, they already did the fudge cookie for you. So they said there was 1 fudge cookie. Now we have to figure out how many of the other cookies. So look down towards the bottom, and the first one is a swirl cookie. The swirl cookie. Count the tallies and mark an X on the graph. Good. So you counted that many tallies, and then you're going to make an X on the graph to represent 3 tally marks or 3 swirl cookies. And then you guys, it says count the tally marks and circle the numbers. So good job, Val. You did 3, you circled the right number 3, and you made 3 on your graph. You too, Omar. Good job. Good, you're already moving on. Omar, what comes next? What's the next cookie? Pink cookies. Count the tally marks, circle the number, and mark X's on the graph. Good. Yep, Danny, you got it. Good. Okay, pink cookies, there was 4 tally marks, so Omar circled the number 4, and Val has 4 X's on her graph. You start at the bottom and build your tower up when you make your graph. Good, Val's done. Let's do the fudge cookies, Omar, and then you'll be done. And Danny, you're finished as well. Good, Omar found 2 tally marks, circled the number 2. He's going to make his graph. 2 fudge cookies. Very nice. Nice work, guys. That's it today. That's all the activities we had. You did awesome. Good work.
Yeah.